Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for tuning in today. This is a viewer request, a request that a viewer has been asking for quite a lot for a while. So yeah, I am getting around to doing it finally. So this is the past, present, future reading for two actors who are friends. They're both openly gay men, but well, we'll see what the cards say about their relationship, but they are openly friends, not partners. They both have their own partners. But they were in a show together, fellow travelers, and so this show has quite a lot of fans, and I've seen a bit of it myself. Yeah, it was good. And yeah, so let's get into it. If you're new here, we are doing a past, present, future reading for, I didn't mention their names. Their names are Matt Bomer and Jonathan Bailey. And by the way, my window is open, so if you hear some birds or some cars, I live near a bit of a busy street, so yeah, that's why. Yeah, so what do we do with the past, present, future? We look at the first line is the past, the second line is present, and the third line is future. And for a relationship reading for two people, we don't get into the past lives. Actually, I did get into the past life connection between Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco. If you're interested in them, you can check out that video on my channel, because I did feel that Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez, they have a past life connection. And actually, I think this Matt Bomer and Jonathan Bailey may also have a past life connection. So yeah, actually we could look at the past life first. Yeah, but before each line, we do take a few oracle cards. Then we are going to take the tarot to look more into the situation. And yeah, so let's get into it. Let's look at their connection, because if you feel in your life that you are connected to someone, someone that you know, even a friend, family member, there's a good chance that you two have known each other in a past life. And with these two, Matt Bomer, Jonathan Bailey, they have such good chemistry that, wow, it's actually two fell out. So it could be for both of them, actually. Two cards fell out. But let me just finish saying that if you have a connection in this life with someone and it's a strong connection, there's a very good chance you have a past life connection to each other, and you've met each other before, and there's a reason that you came back to know each other. So these two actors and friends, judging by how they interact and their chemistry and how they got this huge role on this TV series together, I would say it's pretty certain that they had some connection together. So let's see what it is. Now, since we are reading Matt Bomer, Jonathan Bailey in that order, I am going to say the cards are in this order. Interesting. So this one is Matt Bomer, this one is Jonathan Bailey. Industry, truth seeker. Interesting. I get this message coming up that I feel in a past life, like many, you can even say many centuries ago, I feel like they knew each other in some kind of context where they were both working for some kind of king or duke or royalty. I feel like both of them were intelligent, kind of artistic people working for a noble family. And I'm seeing actually in Western Europe, like in France, in pre-revolution France, when there were still like dukes and kings and all that. It could be France. It could be, I'm seeing Austria as well. I don't feel that it was England. So yeah, it's very interesting. I feel like, so we're reading Matt Bomer, so I feel like he was a person who was working on, you can say like fine art and thing. You see this industry, and it's really giving me that kind of Da Vinci vibe, Leonardo da Vinci and his artisan associates in that golden age of Europe were painting those cathedrals and great, wonderful works of art. Before the modern age, buildings and places where people lived, at least where richer people lived, were full of art in every corner. You see this man here, he's like painting a column, or it could even be a big vase. Like, I feel like, wow, I actually just got a message also about ancient Egypt. So I feel like these two, they could have known each other for many lives, actually. I feel like one of them was this kind of artisan to the king, and the other one was like a tutor to the princes, or tutor to the kings, and noble children. And like that, I feel the two of them knew each other, because I see here, we're reading, this one is Matt Bomer, this one is Jonathan Bailey. I feel like Jonathan Bailey, he was like a noble teacher, noble advisor. And I feel the both of them, two of them, within the confines of like the king's palace, or like the duke's residence, or something like that, because in the previous eras, those places were more or less off limits to the common people. But I feel the two of them, like they had access to that sphere. And when you're in that sphere, when you're working for a very noble household like that, at least in that era, all the staff know each other. So I get this actually message about like ancient Egypt, but I get this message also about you can say like Renaissance Europe as well. So that's quite interesting. Looks like they do really know each other from past lives, strongly. Quite interesting. And it's really interesting that they were in arts as well, or in education, because the way they've come together is like, I feel the two of them, they have a connection which is like it's strongly artistic in a way. They're both actors, but I feel it's more than that. They're friends because they have some common interests. They have some things that they can share. I feel them like they are still friends. Even after they finish that series, they're still friends. Yeah, so let's start on their past row of the reading. So past, present, future. We're looking at, first of all, we take some indicator cards, which give us a bit more information in general about the nature of that row. So what is the nature and main theme of their past connection together? What do we need to know? Please let us know. Matt Bomer, Jonathan Bailey, what do we need to know? Non-duality. Let your authentic humanity shine forth while you're also bowing to the inner divine. You can become fluent at doing both. Well, the past of the reading is always about like the whole past of the people or person in the reading, and so up to this very moment. So what I'm getting from this card here is like friendship, like balance, like having a good time together. I'm seeing here with this whole Merkaba and like lotus energy around this girl here, it's like, when you're with your friends and you feel just like you open up, you open up like a lotus flower, and you feel like, hey, I can be myself, and I feel at peace here, I feel at ease here, like this is my place. I can be here and I can be myself. So authentic humanity, that's really, yeah, what I'm getting from this card. Like, you're my friend, and I can just be myself with you. It's that open energy. And interesting, bowing to the inner divine. I feel like the two of them between each other actually do have, both of them, I feel they have their own spiritual understanding. Now, I do get it more in an agnostic sense. I don't know if either of them has admitted to like being religious at all, but I do get this kind of more like agnostic sense that like, belief in higher power is there, and it's like that whole energy of with the Om also like namaste, like the light in me respects the light in you. That's what the meaning of namaste is. So it's like, yeah, I respect you. I respect the light in you. I respect what you're doing. It's this energy of respect as well. So let's see what comes up next. What do I need to know about their past? Rings. Oh my gosh. What do we need to know about our past? Now it's interesting. Okay. We have number 2 here, which is the house of groundedness and sensualness, and the house of Pisces, which is the 12th house, which can be about deep emotions, intuition, but also since it's the 12th house, it can be about sensitivity. Now I feel like Pisces is a sensitive sign and it's a water sign, and I feel in this case it can indicate more of that yin energy in men, that feminine energy, which we know they are both openly gay men. So yeah, with rings here, let's read it. Rings: contracts, agreements, bonds, strong connections, unions, partner, counterpart, lovers, telepathy, like-minded people, committed partner, engaged, interconnected, soulmate. Wow. Since we are looking at the past, people wanted to know, did anything happen between them? Were they ever in a relationship? I think we're going to get some affirmations about that when we look at the tarot for this reading. But I definitely get this feeling here from this card, like they have, they did feel for each other in a way, strongly, I feel. Like, but we see also here, contracts, agreements, bonds. I feel like that could also be about the show that they did together, The Fellow Travelers, which, to get on a TV show, you've got to sign a contract. Yeah, I feel like we need more info and then we can analyze that more, because we know that they're both married with other partners. So did they cheat? Did they cheat on their partners together, or was it just a really strong mutual friendship? We want to know those things. So, cards, please tell us about the past of this relationship between Matt Bomer and Jonathan Bailey. What do we need to know about this? Knight of Pentacles. What else? Ace of Swords reversed. Nine of Swords. Okay. Five of Cups. Okay. I see. One more or two more. Death reversed. What else is coming up? Hanged One. Okay. So Hanged One, Hangman. Five of Cups. Now, we're talking about their relationship here, so I do get the feeling from these cards here, like there were feelings between the two of them. Like they found real love in each other, actually, which I feel was more than friendship. But you can see here that with Knight of Pentacles, so with Knight of Pentacles going on here, it's like wanting to go towards something which you hope will materialize. I feel like I get the feeling like when they were working on that show together, they were in close contact, in close quarters. And I feel specifically that one of them may have had a stronger attraction for the other than was exchanged, you know? Like, I feel like one of them may have been in a relationship, or maybe both of them may have been in a relationship. And I do get the feeling like there may have been an opportunity for them to say, like, okay, we feel for each other, and what's going on here, and what should we do? Because there are other people involved, there are partnerships involved, marriages involved. Do we want to break that up? Do we want to go for each other for something else? With the Knight of Pentacles here, that energy of the knight, you know, in the classic tarot, the knight is on a horse moving towards something. Um, and with the Ace of Swords here, it's kind of like hit the point, you know? You see this Ace of Swords. It's like a dart on a dartboard, like, you know, hit it. But Ace of Swords, I feel, is a card which is about achieving your goal a lot of the time, you know? And you see here, it's like hitting the dart on the dartboard. But I feel here with Nine of Swords and the woman crying and Five of Cups here as well, it's that energy like, okay, other people could get hurt, could get really hurt. And I'm seeing there being this realization of like, okay, it's not such a good idea actually for us to leave our spouses or leave our spouse and come together. So it's this energy of like disappointment, big disappointment. And with the Death card, I feel there being an ending, you know, an ending to that whole idea of us being in a relationship, being in an intimate relationship. The Death card also, this particular Death card is giving me that energy of like, okay, there are things that we want to keep separate from each other. You see here, it's like there's this kind of serpent which is encasing these stars, like universal stars, and then there's this black, I don't even know, smoke, charcoal, something around, but it's like mist, you know? And so part of this Death card, I feel, in particular, this Death card is like seeing clearly, seeing through that mist, that haze of illusion, that haze of like things that are not real or not meant to be, you know? And then with the Hanged One in the end, the Hanged Man, Hanged One is all about changing your perspective. So I feel them like they had this idea once upon a time that, hey, this is a really interesting guy. We have a lot in common. We have great chemistry. We're great friends. We're great together. Why don't we get together? But I do feel like there was a progression where there was a lot of heartache, a lot of difficulty, and in conclusion, the decision was just to be practical. We are friends. We're only friends. We're not going to run away. We're not going to break our lives. We have to change how we think about this thing together. Yeah. So, yeah, let's look at the present moment. Okay, somebody jumped. I feel like it's this one. Present moment. Okay, loss. That's interesting. Loss. Sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the ego's. Interesting. Love is a she. Her own plan, capital H. Love is a goddess here. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the ego's. It's really quite interesting, isn't it? So, you know, that was kind of what we were just saying, wasn't it? Like, let's, so that was what we were just talking about. We were just talking about how, oh, you see this bird here, it's kind of that old saying, like, if you love something, set it free, you know? The bird will fly. I see the both of them like having their mutual respect for each other very strongly and respecting their partners like mutually as well. I mean, I feel like from man to man, they respect each other's marriages and they respect. I feel like maybe actually the four of them with their partners, they do get together and they do like have a soiree, if you know what I mean, like a little party, dinner party, call you up, what's up, you know, oh, why don't we invite Jonathan to dinner and his partner? Why don't we invite, you know, um, Matt to dinner and his partner? Like, I feel like they're friends, actually, all of them. I feel like they are in friends circle together. Um, like, even though that show has finished, they haven't given up on each other. And I feel like by them just having that mutual respect to each other instead of, you know, getting together as partners, as lovers, I feel like between them, it's a even better kind of love together. Having that respect and friendship, it's like a greater love, you know? And also I feel from here like let love take over and bring her own plan instead of the egos. It's like that whole energy of just like I'm really happy for you. I get this message coming up like, I'm really happy for you. I'm really happy for everything you're achieving in your life. Like between them, I feel like there's like minimal jealousy. Both of them have their own achievements, their own accomplishments, and they're very like supportive of each other. And I feel them like congratulating each other. And it's like with this energy here, the bird flying above the trees, like there's really no loss. No loss. The loss is humility, loss of ego. Um, I feel like this friendship, this relationship has taught them something about loving someone, but not needing to be in a partnership with them. You can still love that person, but you're not with them, you know? So let's see what comes up. What do we need to know about the present between these two? So this kerosene. Okay, number 7, the house of Libra, of partnership, and the house of marital partners and other things. And we've got Taurus, which is grounded sensualness, which is the second house. And that's interesting because we already had second house come up. But okay, kerosene, what does it mean? Aggressive, accelerate, ignite, determined, fuel, encourage, sustain, powerful, stimulate, volatile situation, provoke, watch out, unpredictable, combustible, propel, hot. Okay, I think I see what's going on here. I feel like the two of them still feel this energy toward each other like, you're very hot. You're very sexy, you know? Am I allowed to say that? You're very sexy. You're very like someone that I'd really like to put my hands on. And you make me wanna ooh ah, you know? But who knows? I mean, from this card, it could potentially be that they are sometimes, you know, I don't know if they do anything like swinging or partner swap or whatever. I don't know, but I feel like there is some hot energy there going on. But we're going to see more in the tarot what's coming up. Because I know both of them are professionals and they're part. Yeah, so let's see what comes up here in the cards. What do we need to know about their present connection, present life? Wheel. This is like Wheel of Fortune. 10 of Swords. What else? What else? Lovers. What else? Seven of Pentacles. King of Cups reversed. King of Swords. What? It's really interesting what's coming up here in their present moment. I don't want to say, if they ever see this video, I hope they don't really shoot me or anything, but with this King of Cups, King of Swords in reverse, I get this message where it's like, there are two men here in this situation which are feeling coldness toward each other. Also, we see that these cards are coming up under the Death and the Hanged One here, so it's like, gosh, this is really hard to read. With Seven of Pentacles here coming up, Seven is all about that connection and partnership and relationship. Pentacles is like, you know, having that materialize. Lovers. Ten of Swords. My. Oh my, okay. So with Wheel of Fortune coming up here, in reverse as well, although it doesn't really matter, it always means about a situation which is turning around and going in the way that it should or that is desired. With Ten of Swords here, the 9 and 10 cards are cards about transformation. And then we've got the Lovers card here with, it says number 6. So number 6 is that Virgo energy. Capability, highly detailed. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I get this feeling about them like we're asking about their relationship with these two cards here in reverse, King of Cups, King of Swords. I don't know. I feel like they could be actually leaving their husbands in the dark about something, and there could be something going on the underground, behind the back, you know? I want to take one more of these cards to... Okay, actually one from this deck. Okay, are they doing something behind their husbands' backs? Is there something going on between them? Please give us an answer about this, okay? Number 1 and 2. And a diamond. Okay. What else? I need more. Are they doing something behind their husbands' backs? What's coming up about this? Or are they staying faithful and truthful? We need to know a little bit more about this situation. 2 and Sagittarius, number 9. Dice, gamble, taking a risk, playing games. Roll with it. Uncertain outcome. Oh my goodness, guys. It's like, I get this energy like they are creative muse for each other. You know, creative muse for each other. Oh my gosh, why the cards are saying they're having something behind their husbands' backs. I feel like it's concealed. It's not open. You see this whole thing, number 9 Sagittarius is all about that, no, Sagittarius in astrology, sorry, the Jupiter planet which rules Sagittarius is supposed to be like the planet of a husband or a male partner in your life, as well as a teacher or guru. Number 2 is the house of Taurus, grounded sensual, which has come up quite a lot here. Number 2, it's all that sensual energy coming up. And gamble, taking a risk. Oh my gosh, it's like they're doing something secretive or that people don't know about. Taurus is also coming up here again, number 2. And with number 1, it's Aries. And number 1 is all about the body. So with the diamond here, diamonds are that symbol of Venus, symbol of marriage, And you see her creative force, faithfulness, protection, brilliance, light. It's like I feel the two of them together, they give each other like divine spiritual power. It's a muse energy, you know? It's like you really motivate me. You really inspire me. Wow. It's unbelievable that this is coming up. I mean, I hope I don't break up anyone, but take it as you will. I'm a tarot reader on YouTube. Tuk. Knock on wood. Let's see what else comes up. This reading is for entertainment purposes only, friends. So what's coming up about their future? We're looking now into their future. Matt Bomer, Jonathan Bailey. Oh. Sorry. Matt Bomer, Jonathan Bailey. Future. Okay. Invite help. Invite help. Invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready. God, pursue me. What? Oh my gosh. I feel like they're in the future they may end up together. This is just crazy. I know they both have very successful partners that they should love for sure, but in the future I feel like if it's not an invitation for being a lover or like that, I feel like it can be invitation to, you know, come over. In my last reading, I talked about them going on vacation together, talked about them doing things together with their partners and having a beach house or a lake house and stuff. It's kind of funny, but wow. I feel like there's a desire for each other for sure that like they can't openly act on it. I don't know if they are acting on it, but I can tell you that I feel they cannot openly act on it because there's some monogamy going on, you know? Or at least they can't release it to the public. So let's see what else comes up for the future. Again, Taurus. So 9 and 2. Again, number 9 is that Jupiter energy. And it's also that energy of teachers and learning from each other. And that Taurus energy is that energy of sensuality and groundedness as well. So I feel like they're still in contact. They're always going to be in contact with each other. We're looking at the future. So it says shield, defensive, protect, support, safeguard, block, guardian, stand up for, being prepared, heroic, stronghold, security, ward off unwanted energies, be on guard, withstand. So I feel like what's coming up here in these cards, these two that we just pulled, it's like I feel one of them may be more after the other. And if we talk about their relationships, I feel like it is not going to happen that they will open. But even if they're not openly together, I feel like they will still be in each other's orbit, in each other's contact. We're now taking our cards, tarot cards, for this line, future, of Matt Bomer and Jonathan Bailey. King of Wands, okay, we have another king like this, and Queen of Swords, interesting. What else? What else we need? Two of Wands. Seven of Wands. Interesting. Moon. Reverse. So it's a conclusion, you know? It's a conclusion. I feel that even if right now they may even be having a secret relationship, gosh. In the future, I feel this energy of like moving on and someone being hurt from the Chariot here also, like flying away, flying onward. King of Wands in reverse, it's like someone stopping, taking that action to stop, especially, you know, Wands are all about action. And in reverse here, you see this man and he's like in reverse and it's like, okay, we have to stop this. With the Queen of Swords here, it's that energy of the other person saying like, okay, I know, I understand, I get it, we have to stop this. But with the Two of Wands and Seven of Wands here, I do feel that energy of like taking steps toward trying to rectify the marriages that they already have and the connections and relationships that they already have. With the Moon in reverse here, I feel like there is that energy of like getting hurt a little bit, you know, because the Moon is all about emotions. It's really about emotions, and in reverse here you see that energy of like, okay, we have to take a step back, we have to emotionally be slightly more distant from each other. I feel like there have been issues in their relationship, and also I get the message like there have been accusations from their partners as well about like, you know, are you with him or are you with me? Because I feel like there has been some jealousy and there has been some like watchful eyes, like, oh, I don't know what Matt is doing, I don't know what Jonathan is doing, and are they doing anything together? I feel actually their spouses may have talked with each other as well, and felt suspicious about something and maybe like ganged up on them or whatever. But yeah, what I am seeing in the future is that like they're gonna step back from this kind of sensual energy they have for each other, because they're gonna feel like it's intensive, and I feel it coming particularly more from one of them. I'm seeing Matt, maybe the one who says like, I don't think we should be so close anymore, and then Jonathan being the one who says something like, okay, I understand, you know, with this Queen of Swords here, because Swords is all about the mind and agreement, and you see her just standing there like, you know, I get this feeling of like nodding your head, quietly nodding your head, accepting the things that can be and cannot be. Yeah. And with Two of Wands, the Wands cards are all about taking action as well, and the Two is that Taurus energy again, and the Seven is about partnership. So it's like taking a step to partner, back to partner. But I feel like rather than taking a step toward each other being partners, it's taking a step back to their own marriages and partners and renewing their vows potentially, because with the Moon card here, it is like that energy of our feelings getting hurt or whatever, you know. So yeah, that is what is coming up today for this reading. And I feel like we can ask the cards, what is one more thing we need to know, or what is generally what we need to know about this pair, Matt Bomer, Jonathan Bailey, for each other. What is one thing we need to know? Oh, interesting. Number 3. Very likely, at this time, the situation or outcome is likely to occur. So I believe this is talking about the future and the final card, that they are going to be in a more platonic situation, like genuinely platonic, not sharing feelings for each other. Because what comes up in the cards is like there has been a lot of feelings for each other, a lot of feelings for each other. The way they act also, if you just see their interviews, there's no way that they don't feel for each other. Guys, come on. Let's ask, you know, what exactly is this about? Very likely. It's Virgo, number 3, Gemini, strategy, planning, checkmate, grand design, thinking ahead, tactics, moving and counter moves, master plan, course of action, power play, game theory, consequences of actions. Yeah, consequences of actions, thinking ahead. It's like I feel like they prefer to be in the partnerships they already have. Now, one question that was asked is, are they going to do any more shows or movies together, like in a long time context? We got a card coming out here. So are they going to do any more shows or movies together? That's really interesting. What? Within 6 to 9 months. It's now, it says autumn, full moon, the queen. Gosh, guys, take it as you will. They, who knows, they may start recording something, or they may be already recording something. It could be released in 6 to 9 months. It's now June 2025, so see what happens in the future. But I feel that people really love them together. I am seeing, though, it could be something which is just like a movie rather than another series. It could be a series, I could be wrong, but you see here, people loved them together and they want them together again, so I do feel like they will. I mean, in my last reading, I said I felt like they could just do something smaller. I do get the feeling like doing that whole series was very tiring, actually. And I'm hearing this message from both of them, like, I'm not sure I'd want to do that again. It's coming up specifically from Jonathan, like, I'm not sure I'd want to do that again with that, with a big long series, you know? It's exhausting, is what's coming up. So yeah, guys, that's what I can tell you today. If you like this reading, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, of course. And if you have any suggestions for future readings, I do take your suggestions very seriously. Please comment them down below. Love to hear from you guys. Love to hear your thoughts on this reading as well. Greatly appreciate all the viewers, and thank you to the viewer who kept on me and kept asking me to do this reading. Yeah, I did have time today, so there you go, I did it. Alright, so until next time, love and light, peace.